All right, let's do a crowdfunding for real estate review for year end 2022. Hi, I'm John McNeil, and this is the Invest Strong Network. Welcome. So, as all of my viewers know, I have been investing in this crowdfunding for real estate through the platform Groundfloor. And I've been doing such since 2018, roughly the early fall of 2018. Now, Groundfloor is, I like Groundfloor. I'll just put it that way. It's easy breezy to use. You can invest in a variety of projects, some new builds, some buy and flips. Also, they offer notes, securitized notes that can earn you a pretty nice return in this rather high inflation environment that we're living in. And I have dabbled in all of the above in the 4 years and a few months that I have invested in various ground floor projects. Now, the question becomes, well, what has been the return, the total return from the ground floor projects? Well, I periodically, and when I say periodically, I mean roughly every quarter or so, I like to go back and review all of the repayments that have come due from earlier investments, and then kind of take a measure of the returns that were expected and the returns that were actualized. All right, so we're doing that right now, but instead of it being a quarterly report, this will be more along the lines of an annual report. All right, now for just a little bit more background, Groundfloor assigns a credit quality grade to the new build and also the flipping projects that they finance. So this credit score goes from A on the very high end of the credit worthiness scale down to as low as, I believe, G on the low, no, forgive me, as low as E on the low end. Now, I only invest in the middle range of projects, right? So the vast majority of my portfolio is invested in B level and C level projects, right? Because as my analysis, they give the best return for the most acceptable amount of risk that you take on. All right. Now, since I have done this, begun doing this back in the fall of 2018, I started with a grand total of $15,000 of Brother John money, right? $15,000. And as of year end 2022, I have been able to earn the amount of $3,593.66. Now, that is a year over year return in raw numbers of 5.5%. Now, that may not sound spectacular, but the numbers are a little askew there because in the final quarter of 2022, I reinvested a lot of money in new projects, right? And those projects will not pay off until the next few coming months. So really, an accurate total return for the numbers ending 2022 won't really be fully known for another few months, right? But as of right now, historically, I have a 5.5% annual return. In reality, of the projects that I have invested in and have paid off in full as of this date, I have received a pretty consistent total return in the 7.75 or 7.75% to 8.5% total return year over year. And that's actually not bad for any kind of real estate investing, right? And it's just so easy to do, right? You don't have to worry about renters. You don't have to worry about, someone damaging your property. It's all being run by professionals. You just pony up the money and you get a return in the middling to high single digits. Okay. Actually, I'm totally cool with that, right? And I really like Groundfloor. Now, my total return, like I mentioned, is in the middling to high single digits because I also, in addition to investing in the new builds and the flip projects, which have projected returns in the double digits, I'd also been somewhat fleeing to quality by investing in securitized notes. And these securitized notes have a payoff much, much lower than that, right? Because of course you're taking on virtually no risk. And so the securitized notes have had total returns of between 5% and really 6.5%. And so when you put the two together and the $3,593.60 figure, that is a composite of all of the Groundfloor maneuvers. When you put the securitized notes and their returns with the actual projects, that brings it down to or settles it in the 7.75 to really 8.5% range, right? Now, I could get bold and just forget about the securitized notes and go all in on the projects. And that's, of course, where the risk comes in, because, if all the projects come through and you get the total return that Groundfloor believes that they can pull, then in fact, your total return can be 10, 11, perhaps even 12%, depending upon the interest rate of the project that you invest in. However, it has been my analysis, and this is what makes this particular review very important. Going forward, the real estate market nationally is simply not going to retain the same strength and buoyancy it has had over the last 6 years. And with that being the case, caution is called for, right? And so I've been staying on the upper end of the credit scale, and also been dabbling, purchasing the securitized notes. And I just feel as if that's the best thing to do as of this point. But overall, writ large, everything taken into consideration, Groundfloor has been great. And I really don't have a problem with them. And it's good that they basically give you the option to go full bore and do as much risk as you can handle and make as high a return as you think you can make, or to err on the side of caution and do the securitized notes and the A-level projects, and you'll receive a lower return for sure, but it's much more secure. So with all that taken into consideration, I will chalk the 8.3% annual return for 2022 on the Groundfloor project. I'll chalk that up as a win, right? And we'll see how things go going forward. But like I mentioned, as of right now, very, very happy with it. All right. So those are my thoughts for this week. Let me know what you think. If you've done crowdfunding for real estate on any of the platforms, CrowdStreet or Patches of Land or or Realty Mogul, any of them. Let me know what your experience has been. I'd really appreciate it. Also, please hit the thumbs up button for me. I would appreciate that. That really helps this video be dispersed and seen by more persons, and that's always a blessing. And of course, subscribe! You, all of you, subscribe to Invest Strong. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much, friends, and good blessings.